Whoa, pump the brakes, ladies and gentlemen. This video contains one really light spoiler from one of Phantom Liberty's endings. If you keep going without having beat Phantom Liberty, do so at your own risk. I suggest you do that and come back. Otherwise, stay preem. Check me out. Today I'm decked out in some brand new threads. That's because we're going to take a look at a big old pack of 16 mods to freshen up how the NPCs look in your Cyberpunk 2077 playthrough. Whether you beat the game once or you got 1,000 hours clocked in like me, don't worry, I'm CyberJeff. You know I always got you covered. First things first, before we get in too deep, I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do in this list. I'm staying away from any mods that touch Judy, Panam, River, or Carrie's appearances. Straight up not happening. People are way attached to these characters, and I don't have a dog in any of those fights, so if you really want, holler at me in the comments and I'll do a separate vid on romance options later, but not in this one. You ever wandering around town and you catch two of the exact same crowd NPC chilling with each other? You ever get tired of seeing the same NPCs over and over again? No more duplicate NPCs will not only fix that, but it's going to hit you with some options as to how they generate, making sure that every person you see out there is going to be distinct from one another to a degree of tens of thousands of combinations. Dynamic NPC items is going to take unique NPC generation a step further by adding items for them to carry and use. Phones, tablets, cans, bags, cigarettes, umbrellas, and of course you know it's all customizable. They might be miscellaneous gonks, but they still deserve to have a life. Why don't we grab KIROSHI Opticals, the crowd scanner? It'll give every NPC out there a background. You'll get a short breakdown of their early life and any significant events they've undergone. Change these miscellaneous gonks into slightly less miscellaneous gonks, and maybe you'll take care not to hit them in your next firefight. More on that in a future showcase. You know, the 1980s had a really cool aesthetic, but let's face it, in 2077 it's an aesthetic that's more outdated than samurai. We're gonna get El Capitan's annoying bowl mullet out of here and replace it with a haircut befitting of an industry professional. This is all subjective, of course, but you're here to freshen up your NPCs, and that's what I'm doing for you, so deal with it. Regina Jones Reimagined revamps Reggie's look a little bit, smooths out her complexion, and hooks her up with some cool cyberware. Quick side note, according to the lore, Regina is in fact of Chinese heritage, and I like that this mod reflects that a little better than the base game does. You can get her a whole new outfit with some field gear and some Nova Crocs, but I prefer to keep her vanilla clothes. Media's gotta be on the lookout at all times, so I can't justify taking the vest off. She also gets a fucking preem white cyber arm, just like your guy CyberJeff. Can't say no to that. Alright, this one is definitely meme status for me, but I left it on and somehow it's stuck. This is legit how I canonically see Delamain now. Look, I don't care what anyone says, it is objectively fucking hilarious. If you don't see this and bust out laughing, then maybe you don't live in a society. That's all I gotta say on that one. Evelyn's new look comes in a bunch of different flavors. It changes up her face and head a bit, gives her a new dress, and gives you some hair color and lip filler choices. Evelyn's a doll. She can modify her appearance and change her hair color on the fly. You bet I'm going with this black hair. She looks just like Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction. That's a quintessential damsel of cinema, and it belongs. You know, it never really made sense to me that we only see T-Bug in her Netrunner getup. These T-Bug alternates are straight up awesome. There's so many combinations you can make here with outfits, hairstyles, and hair colors, I can't list them all. I chose the red Edgerunner variant with red hair. It gives her a cool streetwise kind of look, something a little cooler than just a plain black dive suit. MEREDITH STOUT is a corpo bitch through and through, filthy rich and filthy cunning. I feel like a more cosmetically surged up look suits her in the vanity complex the corpos of her caliber have, and for that, we can use MEREDITH's new look. Jackie Wells' iteration of Choom has a bunch of different options about altering Jackie's face, cyberware, and hair. It's a nice new look for our guy, not too drastic of a change, but still welcome. This author revamped President Myers in a similar way too, so go ahead and grab that one too if you want. Well, if we give Jackie a glow up, we gotta give Misty the treatment too. The Misty Makeover Phantom Liberty Edition mods got us covered. It'll give Misty her appearance from one of the Phantom Liberty endings, complete with Jackie's coat. It just hits so much harder to see her wearing it when Jackie's still alive. I'm not crying, you're crying. Shut up, I have allergies. The sight of Hanako Arasaka should straight up take your breath away, and I mean that in whatever sense you choose to interpret it. Hanako-sama was born in 1999, so that means in 2077 she's actually 78 years old. Well, the thing about that is, in the Cyberpunk universe, the state of cosmetic engineering and health technology is so advanced that people can live far beyond the limits of normal life expectancy, effectively making age literally just a number for the right price. Hanako-sama is part of the richest and most affluent corporate empire to ever exist, so this alternate appearance for Hanako reflects that lore way more accurately than it does in the base game. Also, she's basically a perfect angel, and whoa, nobody's supposed to see that. Hey, cut this out, cut this out. Alright, while we wait for the Sokka ninjas to hunt me down for that, again, this one's about as perfect as it gets for Rogue. Ladies and gentlemen, I do recommend you keep this simple and just grab the face standalone. This will ensure that Rogue keeps everything that makes her Rogue. Now she's just played by Carrie-Anne Moss. Such a cool and appropriate casting choice with Keanu Reeves on the other end. So last up, how about a double Cyber Jeff cherry on top? And you know we had to deploy these bad boys on our favorite rocker boy, Johnny Silverhand. First things first, we really got to take care of Johnny's face. According to the lore, he was just 34 years old when he died. Keanu Reeves, well, if production of Cyberpunk 2077 started in 2018, the earliest he could have started playing Silverhand was 54 years old. Don't get me wrong, Keanu's one of the best dudes to ever walk the face of this earth, so we're still keeping him Keanu, but we're fixing this issue forever. Now, take a look at his clothes there. With Project 2020, you can get him pinpoint tabletop lore and concept art accurate with some of these outfits this mod offers, including his classic 2020 rocker boy look and the Arasaka raid getup of his dreams. But I like this modernized look the best, so that's my pick. Anyhow, get one, download it, endorse it, you need it. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for coming through today. As usual, you can pick up all these mods in the paste bin link in my description. As for me, I gotta love that clowned out Delamain, but I wanna know which one do you like the best? Hit me in the comments or on X, you know I'll be around. More mod showcases and other awesome content always on the way. You can check out all the rest of my showcases right about here. I'll catch you next time, but until then, you know what to do. Stay preem.